What's happening? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are broadcasting live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Shout out to everybody who always tunes in, checks in, supports the movement. But listen, we have another special guest with us today. He's out here making big moves. MPR Riche Rich, what's happening?
What it do? MPR Riche Rich. And you know where you can find me at. All you got to do is have the internet. That's it.
That's what I'm talking about. And I want to get into all that, because I understand how hard it is to get your name out there the way you have. You got a big following. You got a lot of people tapped in. You're out there everywhere. So we're going to focus on all that today. But let's take it back. I always like people to know your journey because you put in a lot of hard work to get what you're at right now, right?
Definitely.
So let's always, go all the way back, talk to us about where you grew up.
I could take y'all all the way back. How far y'all really want to go back? We could take y'all back to the birth. If that's where y'all want to go.
Yeah, let's start there. We might as well. Where were you born at?
I was born in Detroit, Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you lived there until what age?
I lived there probably to like 7 or 10, and then I went to like Kalamazoo, Michigan, and then from there I went to Battle Creek, Michigan. Then from there I went to Omaha, Nebraska. Then from there I think I went back to Michigan, to Detroit. Then I went to the military. Then I came to Atlanta. And I've just been all over the world for real.
Yeah, I was about to say you've culturally been able to see a lot and experience a lot, not just from different places that you moved, but also you said you was in the military as well.
Yeah, I was.
That's dope, bro. Like, I always got to pay homage to, anybody that's been in the military because I understand it's a lot. It takes a lot, to be able to even get the courage to say, this is what I'm going to go do, let alone actually be in there and, do what you got to do to serve this country. So shout out to you for that. Let's talk a little bit about, your journey. You're from Michigan. You're now out here in the A. What you was into when you was young? Like what was Lil MPR Riche Rich when you was a jit? What you was doing?
For real, playing basketball. I used to like basketball.
You was a hooper, okay.
Yeah. That's why I'm waiting on these celebrity games to start up, man, because I know what time it is. They know what time it is. We taking it to the court.
Yeah. I think that's really dope. So did you play basketball like in school or was it something you was just out there with your homies doing?
It was more in the hood.
Okay.
School, it was kind of hard because I was bad. So
no.
And I ain't had good grades. So, you can't make the team. You don't got the grades. So kids, stay in school, man, and get good grades, man. You could be on the team.
You was cutting up.
Yeah, I was. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't know no better, though.
You know what, though? But the thing about life is, like, it's a journey. And we got to live our life, on our terms. But now you're in a position where you're doing a lot of positive things and you're, moving in the right direction. And that's what it's all about. Is like, a kid's got to be a kid. You got to have fun. You got to act up. You got to get in trouble. You got to experience all that stuff. And that builds you up to who you are today.
Definitely. Definitely.
You do a lot of different stuff. Not only are you an artist, you're a family man. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you're a God-fearing man, too.
I'm all of that.
All of that.
I'm a businessman.
Businessman.
I'm a team player.
There you go. Absolutely.
I'm a lover. I'm a fighter. I do it all.
Yeah.
Put me in the ring. I'm with it.
So at what point in your life did music tap in and say, I'm here. Let's work?
That was probably like maybe 9 years ago.
Okay.
I had got in some trouble, had to do some time, and I was like, let me change up the direction of what's going on. And like they was telling me like, you better than this place, you feel me? So do something. And I didn't know what it was gonna be, you know, so I'm sitting there trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna make a comeback, and it was like music. And I've always lived a lifestyle of an artist, but it was like I didn't want to be an artist,
right?
Because I was living the lifestyle already. So it was like going to that and see if you could really take it on. And with me, anything I put my mind to, I'ma do it.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what really drove it.
Well, I say this over and over and over and over again. I'm going to keep on saying it. We all have a gift, right?
We do.
And sometimes it takes a little longer for some of us to figure out what it is. I consider myself a late bloomer with this music stuff, but better late than never. You know, music is your passion.
It is.
It's your gift. You're a really dope artist too, by the way. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? I think you're really fire, and you know, I'm excited to have you here today. Who were some of the people that really motivated you? And it don't even necessarily have to be like other artists. It could be like, you know, some of your OGs or something. Like, who really kept you motivated? Because you had to go sit down for a minute.
Yeah.
That alone could discourage you from wanting to do anything. Some people might just give up at that point, but you had to have somebody that was rooting you on. Who was that for you?
I had a celly, man, and he used to tell me all the time, like, man, you in here freestyling and stuff, you should really take it serious.
Yeah.
And the dude actually used to sound like he was rapping too. He sounded like Eminem for real.
Okay.
And it was crazy because he used to be like, man, you should just do it. I think you got it.
Yeah.
His name was Trip, and he used to always tell me, like, bro, you just got to write it down.
Yeah.
And then go with it, you know what I mean? And everybody else used to be like, man, you cannot rap, you cannot do this, it is not like that. And I was like, y'all can say whatever, I'm about to write me
Shout out to all the naysayers.
Yeah, it was like I had to write me a vision board down, and
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like, I had a vision board that was crazy, and everything on it, I done did it. You know what I mean? So it's like, nobody could tell me that. I had to believe it myself, you feel me? So after I believed it, it wasn't nothing that could stop me.
Let's talk about that a little bit, because I think that that's something that people should still do. You know, some people might think doing things like that is, oh, that's out the window. No, like, listen, we have a home studio and we got a whiteboard in there. Well, my significant other does, but I get the idea from him. He's got a whiteboard in there and he writes all his ideas down and goals and things, like, you know, when he wants to do stuff. You got to do stuff like that.
Definitely.
If you don't see it, it doesn't happen, right?
For sure.
You know, you got to be able to speak it into existence. You got to be able to see it, bring it into fruition. Do you still actively do stuff like that?
I do.
Yeah.
I keep a vision board on me. I might got one in my back pocket.
and these things right here too, boy. I got like 8,000 notes on my phone.
Man, I got more notes than I got messages.
Me too, because that's what keeps us on task, right? Number one.
It is.
You know, I got like 3 calendars on there that I use. Like, I am getting old now, y'all. The memory kind of out there. But you have to do stuff like that on a continuous basis, especially when you're an entrepreneur, you're a businessman, businesswoman. You have to make sure that you keep yourself on task.
You do.
Let's talk a little bit about, you know, your transition to Atlanta. You know, this is a great city. You know what I'm saying? I'm not from here either. I moved out here in 2013. Shout out to Bigger Rankin and Rap Juggernaut. They were the ones that convinced me to move here, and I did, and it was the best thing ever. You know, what was it for you that made you decide Atlanta was going to be the new home?
When I got into music, it was like, where's the Mecca at? Where's everybody moving and shaking? Yeah. And all I kept hearing was Atlanta, Atlanta, Atlanta. It was like, come to Atlanta just because based off of how they put you on in the music industry or the game. Yeah. Like, if you come to Atlanta and you're a musician or artist, it's kind of hard not to be around the right people, not to be in the right areas, not to get in the mix of what's going on. And that's why I chose Atlanta. Like, the original plan was to go to Atlanta, then go to LA, then go to New York, then go to Texas, then go to Miami. Like, I was going to do like a whole tour just to find the perfect location. Yeah. Because, you know, you could say you're going somewhere, but then that might not be it. Correct. But when I got here, I went to the West End and the Metropolitan Lofts, and that was the Mecca. You could not go wrong when if at that point in time, if you went to the Metropolitan Lofts, you could not go wrong. And anybody that's from Atlanta or been to Atlanta know about going to the Metropolitan Lofts. Facts. It's the Mecca.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually, my previous radio home was in the Lofts, so I totally get it. You know, like, there's certain things in Atlanta that you have to touch and you have to do when it comes to this. You got to tap in with certain people, and there's some people you don't want to tap in with, you know, like That's just what it is. So let's talk about, your journey since you've been here. Like, you came here, you felt the vibe, you felt the energy. People were really rocking with the movement. Since you've been here, how would you say being in Atlanta has helped your career elevate?
Coming to Atlanta helped me in so many different ways. The main thing, it showed me marketing and promotion. Like, when you look at how Atlanta go, they so aggressive, guerrilla marketing, like million flyers out. You know what I mean? Billboards
posters
everywhere,
and billboards,
posters everywhere. I picked all of that up and incorporated that as an independent artist. And I went and wrapped vans and party buses and box trucks. Like, I put billboards all over the city.
Yeah.
And it showed me direct results. You know what I'm saying? You got QR codes, you got places to find you, you got things that people gonna see.
Yeah.
And you got a 9-foot, 10-foot billboard that's moving around the city. It's kind of hard not to really win on that. You know what I mean? But one of the main things was I actually went to the Met as well, in the Metropolitan Lofts. I had a studio over there.
Yeah.
And I started an artist development company, and we had everything from studios, we had an event space, we had hair salon, we had photography, a gym, Airbnbs. Like, we had it was the one-stop shop.
Yeah.
But we didn't call it a one-stop shop. We call it the network. And that's
I like that. That's dope.
That's where it really all started, for real.
That's really dope. And that's what it's all about. In life, we have to have multiple hustles, right?
You got to.
We
7 streams of income.
Yeah, absolutely. We have to do multiple things. So I want to talk about that a little bit as well. I'm almost in disbelief that we're almost all the way through 2021. It's already October, y'all. I'm just like, dang, these last couple of years have been like a blur because of, the COVID and just, stuff going on. But I think it's kind of a bittersweet, in my opinion, and I'm going to see if you agree with me. Like, during the time of like 2020, when a lot of stuff shut down and we were limited to like going to certain venues and stuff, we were forced to tap into our inner hustler, right?
We had
to really figure things out. So with that being said, what were some of the things that you incorporated into your daily or just into your lifestyle because the way the world had changed and things were shut down that you're still continuing to do because you found benefit from it?
I think one of the biggest things that I did, I tapped into the music harder.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm here now too, because the main thing was you had to figure out something different than what you was doing.
Right.
What I did is I recorded like 90 songs in 90 days.
Oh, wow.
Because it was like we in a shutdown mode. What can you do?
Right.
If I'm at the crib, I can create. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I tapped into that part of the music, and it really gave me more practice, which made more perfect.
Yeah.
And that's really what I gained from it the most, and it let me see like what things to do. Like, I got into crypto and different little things like that because it's like, how can you survive through something if something like this ever happens again?
Right. We have to be prepared. Like, a lot of people are reactive rather than being proactive.
Right.
I think this taught us from here on out we got to be more proactive with stuff.
Definitely.
So you have a studio at the crib.
Yeah.
I think that's so important. Like, it's so important in your home, especially for what we do. We don't do the same thing, but we're in the same business. We're both in the music business. You have to have a creative space in your house because it's probably safe to say, I don't know your creative process, but we're about to talk about it. You probably can get more creative at your home space than if you go to like someone's recording studio, because that's your home, that's your element, that's your vibe. You can experiment with your voice and your sounds and everything like that. Is that the way it is with you?
Yeah, no, definitely. When you got your own studio or a home studio, you can really play with it the way you want to.
Right.
You're not rushed.
Right,
You're not
exactly.
waiting on somebody. It's a lot of things that it requires to really make good music.
It does.
And a lot of the times you either got to pay for a lot of studio time or you got to pay to hang around some people or all of these different formats of ways to create good music.
Yeah.
And being able to do that on your own time and at your own will, and then you ain't had nothing but time, if you didn't use that the right way, I don't know what you're doing.
I don't know what you're doing either. Get out the way.
Exactly.
Please get out of the way, because there's a lot of, and I always have to put these disclaimers out there because people really get in their feelings, but I don't care. If you out here and you just in the way, please move.
Please get out of the way.
Get out of the way.
Because y'all not doing nothing good for nobody. Y'all just in the way.
Yeah, they're just in the way. Absolutely. Without giving people too much, because people got to figure it out.
Yeah.
I love telling people that, man, just figure it out. Stop making excuses and figure it out. There's a way to do anything we want to do, right?
Facts.
You've really seen some good success, and you're continuing to see good success in this business. You've put together a big fan base, a big following. What would be like one piece of advice that you would give to an independent artist, that would maybe help them out along their journey?
The best piece of advice I could give to an independent artist is put your money into marketing and promotion.
Hallelujah.
Don't put your money in the features. Don't put your money in the clubs. Don't put your money into nothing but promotion and marketing. Even if you don't know how to rap. When I ain't know how to rap, I'm the same person that you might be, or you might be aspiring to be.
Right.
I was selling CDs and merch before I had a single that made any sense. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't about, was I a good rapper? It was about, I was putting memorabilia and marketing and promotion material in the world. We went on a tour off of my first mixtape, which was all YouTube.
Oh, that's okay.
It's still like we went on a tour and we sold over like $25,000 worth of merch alone.
That's dope, bro.
And it's like you can't really go against that part. That's the most important part of this.
It is, and I'm so glad that we're talking about that, because that is one of the, if not the best piece of advice that you can give, and that goes without saying, not just independent artists, but anybody who is in business. If you're an entrepreneur or, a new business owner, small business owner, you've got to promote the fact that you have a business. As an artist, you're basically a product. You're the brands. You got to let people know. I always say it. If you don't document it, it didn't happen.
Exactly.
You got to let people know what you got going on. You got to get these press releases out there. You got to have other people talking about you.
Exactly.
It's cool when you talk about yourself, but it's better when someone else is.
That's a big part of what everybody is missing is we all gonna talk about ourselves the best way we can talk about ourselves.
Right.
But stuff don't start making sense to other people till other people is talking about you.
Period.
Like, you could tell me something all day long, but if somebody else telling me now and another person telling me and another person, now it's like, if I missed it the first two, I definitely caught on to it the third time.
Right. Absolutely, man. That's definitely the best piece of advice that you could give to anyone, because you're a product of that. You know what I'm saying? You understand it worked for you. So why not, put other people on game? Besides, creating music, what else you like to do?
I like to be with my family and make money.
There you go.
That's what I like to do.
There you go. There's no better feeling than having a peace of mind, right?
That is the best peace of mind.
Going home to, your family, things are cool. Not everything's going to always be perfect. You know what I'm saying? We live in an imperfect world. But it's like when you go home and you got your peace of mind, that's a beautiful thing. That's irreplaceable right there.
It is. And sometimes I'll be like, I just want to turn my phone off. It's so hard to get away because we live in a social media world that is like you can't really get away. But we practicing like certain times. You just got to shut everything down to enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're an artist and you making moves and you got to be everywhere and people want to see you. And people nowadays, with live and everything, they want to see what you're doing at the moment, when you're doing it, why you're doing it, how you're doing it, if you're going to the bathroom, if you're cooking, if you like, it's so much that they want and expect of you as an artist that is like, you need that free time. You know what I'm saying? So
you do. You have to have a point where you shut down from the world.
You do.
Every night, my phone goes on D&D. Do not disturb. Like every night, because in this business too, a lot of people can become disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like they be trying to call you and text you late about nothing. It's like, for what? That could have waited till tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
It could have.
D&D going on, because you got to shut down and spend time with your family and just clear your mind. And it's mental therapy, right?
Definitely.
Let's talk about some of the things that you got coming up, because I know you've been working hard. You got a great team and, a beautiful family, and you got a lot going on, man. Like, what are some of the things that we can expect in the near future from you?
In the near future, y'all can expect "Live in the Moment" to be the biggest song in the world. Like,
it's a really great song, y'all. We're gonna premiere in just a minute.
I don't think it's no song ever gonna be bigger than it. That's what type of vibe I'm on.
Yeah.
And then we putting together a tour.
Dope.
Like, I got my whole team with me now, and we really gonna move and shake, and we gonna set prices, and we gonna let people know that we not here for the games. We not here for what they want us to be here for.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna stay independent as long as we can. Like, we ain't for all of that. We just here to have fun, enjoy the moment, live in the moment,
yes.
Turn up, go places, see things, put people in position. Like, we trying to do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got a little bit of everything going on. We got new music on the way. We got anything you can think of, new merch on the way. Like, y'all gonna see us on the tour, headlining real soon. Like, that's what we going with it.
Dope. And I like what you said. I want to key in on one thing I heard you say, putting people in a position. That's so important. I say you got to, in order to be a boss, you got to put other people in a position to be a boss, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're doing. You're out here helping other people and, bringing people with you, the people that matter to you, the people that you care about, your family, your friends, people that are a part of your team. Speaking of which, who you got with you today?
I got Queen Zai with me.
Hey, that's my sis.
I got MPR Craig Gorgeous with me.
Hey.
I got the Birdman Ice Jr. with me. I got Fo Trey with me. Like, everybody, this is up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a team that y'all can't really stop what's going on. We going all the way with it, man. We got MPR, we got SYS, we got everything that y'all need. Like,
shout out to my dog Fo Trey too, man.
Man, he already know what's going on.
Yes, most definitely. Tell us about your name. Where did the name come from?
Where did the name come from? Richie Rich came from the character Richie Rich. Like, that was one of my favorite things. And the reason I dropped the I is because my first name is E. Okay. And I just left it as Richie with an E instead of the I.
Right.
So many people be putting the I still, but I be like, man.
You gotta be
ain't
different.
Even paying no attention.
Right. Right, absolutely. You got to pay attention, y'all. Like, the thing about life is it's going to pass us by quick. You got to stop and pay attention to what's going on, or you're going to lose. What does the MPR stand for?
That's money, power, respect.
Okay. Figured it was, but it could have been something different. Just got to make sure.
That's what it is.
That's really dope, man. So we're about to check out this record. Like I said, I've already been hip to it. It's a great record. Tell everybody where they can keep up with the movement.
To keep up with the movement, I ain't gonna lie. All you gotta do is have the internet. We everywhere. If you Google us, if you see us out in public, even when you see us in real life, we still on the internet.
He got some dope hair too. Anywhere. You can't miss it.
If you miss us, Ray Charles might come check you. For real.
Him and Stevie, okay?
They own y'all. Like, yeah, it's like that.
Facts. That's dope, man. Anything else you got coming up that you want to let everybody know about? We got a lot of people checked in, tuned in.
Man, I want to let y'all know that I appreciate everybody that's following, that's helping the movement, that's working with the movement. Like, I appreciate my team.
Yeah.
I give all due respect to God. Like, it's up. All y'all got to know is we not stopping. Like, we coming for something that y'all can't even imagine. But when y'all see it, by the end of it, it's going to be too big. Most people can't really comprehend what's happening. Like, we taking it bigger than Master P, bigger than Jay-Z, bigger than, like, Def Jam, bigger than Universal. Like, we trying to take it all the way to the top independently.
No, you're not trying. You're doing.
I know we gonna do it.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Take that try where we ain't trying nothing.
We not trying.
We doing it.
Yeah.
That's
For
facts.
sure.
Well, listen, man, I appreciate you checking in today right here at the industry's most wanted podcast. But we about to get into this record. You
Let's
ready?
Get into it.
I'm ready.
The industry most wanted.
Hey,
don't play with us.
So let me ask you that. While you right here and we on the forefront, what makes MPR Riche Rich the industry's most wanted?
The swag.
The hair.
The bag. But the main thing is money, power, respect, man. Who don't want that?
That's
you
right.
Know what I'm saying? Who don't want to be the cool kid?
Facts.
Who don't want to have a team that supports you in they sleep? Like, who don't want to have a strong backbone? Y'all got to be crazy not to want this.
Absolutely.
Like, we the example for industry, independent, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Like, we them.
Absolutely. I agree, man. Well, listen, we about to get into this record. We really live in the moment, right?
We living in the moment right now. We here today.
We here.
We here today.
In the moment. Who produced the record?
Mercy.
Shout out to Mercy.
Shout out to Mercy.
One
Mercy.
of the hottest producers,
on,
period.
Can't nobody really mess with Mercy.
He's
man.
so dope and he's cool, man. Like I don't know, I mentioned earlier, I was managing producer Shawty Fresh for a few years, and that's how I connected with Mercy. And we did a producer event together, and I'm just like, it's rare that you meet people that are just so real in this business.
It is, and it's like, it's hard to even say like he underrated, because he really not.
Right.
But it's really like, I don't feel like they give him his flowers like he's supposed to have them.
Y'all give that brother his flowers. He's
Mercy
dope.
done did everything in this industry, in this independent world, in Atlanta, whatever you. If he ain't tapped in or connected to you, you probably not here.
That's right.
That's his type of vibe.
Right. Y'all under a rock somewhere and stay under there. Please stay there. Get out the way, right?
Get y'all in the way for real, because Mercy is the GOAT. Like, I wear the horns, but he the human body of it. Don't play with him.
I like the horns too, by the way.
Appreciate it.
That really like makes you.
It do. It brings out a different character. It brings out something that is like, everybody used to always be like, bro, you trying to rap? What's gonna make you different?
You got to.
I used to talk all this stuff. I'm me. Da, 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 and it's like, but this ain't nobody doing it.
It sets you apart.
If somebody doing it, they copying me.
They got it from you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They got it from me.
So like, does the horns represent like your zodiac sign, or how, you know?
The horns represent nothing other than the greatest of all time, the GOAT.
The GOAT.
Yeah, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to stand on that, you know? And Crystal is the one who even did the hairstyle. And
She
it was like,
did an amazing job.
Yeah.
She over there looking all beautiful.
She one of the best hairstylists in the world. Like, we ain't talking about the city. We talking about the world.
The whole world. Please,
the world.
Please tell everybody about that, you know, because we are broadcasting on the Atlanta airways. We want people, that's what I want to do, is put shine on business owners, entrepreneurs. Give her a little shine.
Yeah. Y'all can go follow her at Cray Styles. And then, like, if y'all don't know nothing about her, she styled celebrities.
So
I'm one of the celebrities.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So we ain't even gonna talk about me, but if you go look up her roster, like, she fire. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing that she do is basic. Like, she's a creator. When I talk about
that,
like, I'm a social media influence creator. She creates. When it come to hair, you tell her something, she can do it. Like, it ain't, it's in her. You feel me?
I need her to, you know what I'm saying?
She got to put you together just off the strength.
Yes. Listen, we gonna make that happen sooner than later, please. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it all the way together.
Set that appointment.
I'm ready.
It's on the flow.
That's so dope. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming through today. We're about to get into this record. It's officially out on all the digital platforms. People can go check it out. Introduce it for us.
Let's go. It's MPR Riche Rich, and you are now tuned in, and you about to hear Live in the Moment, the hottest record in the world, and gonna always be the hottest record in the world. Nothing never gonna be bigger than this.
Let's go. It's your girl, TampaMystic, Industry's Most Wanted Podcast.
Mercy.
Yeah. Hey, Granny. We really made it.
Industry's Most Wanted.
Granny, we made it. We poppin' bottles, we count this money, we standing on tables. Ooh, go get it like all I'm rolling that blue. Somebody come save 'em. Feel like the greatest. Ooh, I know how we make it. It's your life, you a superstar. Sure they live in the moment. Live in the moment.
Play with me and mines, we a trip. Pop bottles in the club with Blicky on the hip. Got hoop dream, yeah, cause it's gon' ball. Watch the money fall like confetti on y'all. Real spinning paper when the rat races. These broke and they coming in last place. It's going up in the set, baby, that way. Move money fast like a track race.
Yeah, I got it.
Granny, we made it. We poppin' bottles, we countin' this money, we standing on tables. Ooh, go get it like God, I'm drawing that blue. Somebody come save 'em. Feel like the greatest. Ooh, I know how we make it. It's your life, you a superstar. Sure they live in the moment. Live in the moment. Live in the moment.
Cause when you stand on top of the wave, you feel way above these. Only God is above me. You Christianated when you get out the mud. I came with some new sign language. This big ass back 40s are mind changers. My senses are cute like a triangle. That if I gotta point my finger.
Granny, we made it. We poppin' bottles, we countin' this money, we standing on tables. Ooh, go get it like God, I'm drawing that blue. Somebody come save 'em. Feel like the greatest.